Hi everybody, and welcome to this session on the age of personalization with SAP Hybris Marketing. My name is Mike Bowell and I'm one of the Hybris Marketing Specialists at Bluefin Solutions. So today I'm going to be taking you through an overview of Hybris Marketing and what exactly it solves, followed by a case study example which will give us some context to go through a demo. So in our experience of marketing departments face three main challenges in how they operate. The first being the use of multiple systems to execute their day job. They don't have a true 360-degree view of a customer, and their campaigns that they currently run have a low percentage of actual effectiveness. If you look at what it takes for a marketing professional to execute their day job, they are often faced with around 10 systems from the planning phase through to marketing execution. To make this successful from even a process perspective is a challenge due to the lack of handover from system to system. This means that there are often a large number of meetings and work sessions required to pass on any information. The side effect of this is that it takes a large amount of time to actually execute a campaign. Another side effect of this is that the data from all these tools is rarely merged into the correct place, which is resulting in a challenge of being unable to build a 360-degree view of the customer. The rush in new tools that has come in the recent years to the market for new channels certainly hasn't helped. The focus has more been on bringing the benefit of the new channels rather than considering how the data generated can be incorporated into the landscape. The end result of this is that trying to piece together all of this information about a customer or sets of customers takes a lot of manual time and effort. To make an impact with a marketing campaign, you need the right data set at the right time and in the right format. The final challenge that we see here is that marketing campaigns are not effective. The two previous challenges suffer as a result of data, and this one's no different. To stay relevant in today's fight for the customer, investment in personalization is crucial, an area which has been proven to drive commerce. In today's sea of marketing messages, if a message is not personalized, it will most likely fail, or worse, drive a customer away from a brand. Personalization isn't the concept of just ensuring a customer's attributes are embedded into an email campaign, but more the concept of tailoring an experience to match the individual and their actions taking place right now. This means that data needs to be collected and acted on today rather than a week later. So this leads me on to how Hybris Marketing brings benefit by collecting data in the now and enabling the marketing department to act on it. Now the concept of Hybris Marketing is rather simple. It identifies what the customer has done, what they're currently doing now, and what they may be doing based on predictive modeling, then identify what is the correct content or experience for this customer and push it directly into the marketing touch points. As the customer then acts on this, we can then pass this all back through the same feedback loop. Simple. By collecting things like sales data, social media behaviors, responses to marketing campaigns and e-commerce behaviors, Hybris Marketing can record all this against specific customers and then perform detailed analysis on the behaviors. This gives us a fantastic insight into what is the next best action for an individual and tailor a personalized experience towards the customer. This can then be directly executed in a wide variety of channels, both SAP and non-SAP. How the customer then behaves towards the experience can then be pushed back through the same loop. Let's have a look at how Hybris Marketing manages to do this. Essentially, Hybris Marketing consists of a series of building blocks or modules which can act on the customer data. These modules include planning, for planning of marketing budget and programs, insights, reporting on customer and market data to advise on the next best steps, campaign management and execution to deliver the personalized experiences, recommendation, which is a unique engine to suggest content or products based on predictive algorithms. What I find particularly interesting around segmentation and recommendation is that they enable a business to use predictive modeling to enhance our customers are profiled and what content should be delivered. Such predictive models can be simple statistic models through to very advanced learning models. These building blocks obviously require data to be their fuel, which can be taken from a wide variety of SAP applications, such as Hybris Commerce or SAP ERP. But it can also integrate with a wide variety of other third-party applications, such as Facebook, Sprinkler, or even custom applications built by an organization. These can all be executed down as well. So let's move on to our case study and show how Hybris Marketing can add value in the form of personalization. So we have a fictitious company who we call Brewco, who specialize in microbrewery. They have a set of beers which they've licensed and supply ingredients to their customers. They can sell the licenses to a customer for the beer as well as the ingredients which they're required to brew it. The customers are pubs and pubs chains who want to offer craft beer in-house, but want a set of craft beers which have a track record for success instead of trying to come up with their own recipes. Their current sales strategy for the next 5 years is all about account penetration. Their current sales process is to send out an account manager to known pubs and pub chains who currently own licenses to some of our beers, and then try and sell in additional beer licenses when Brewco launch a new beer. The challenges that Brewco faces is all around product launch. The sales and marketing departments are not working together when it comes to managing the information on our beers. Lots of information is produced and distributed on both sides, which can have inconsistencies. As a result of the 21st century, this has presented us with a losing battle as attention spans have decreased. If there's too much information, inconsistent information, and potentially irrelevant information, then there is a strong chance our information is not going to be read. When our account managers come round to selling in a new product, they typically have only 60 minutes. If our customers haven't been reading our sales or marketing information, then a lot of this hour is spent correcting misconceptions and education rather than informing on the new product. If we wanted this time to talk through the new product that we'll be launching, you could argue that we simply haven't done it justice in this meeting. The end result of this on our product launch is that only a few customers buy into the new product at the beginning. Then as time goes by, the new product gets more publicity through drinkers and more pubs take on the beer. This gives us a rather slow payback period on the beer for it to hit a sizable penetration 6 months after launch. So what we're going to do is we're going to introduce web articles on our website for the purpose of providing insight into things like overview of our beers, how to design your menu around our beers, and what type of glass you should be serving our beer in. We're hoping that this will not only provide a clear and consistent messaging around our products and our brand, but also try and build a community feel around our brand. What is important for us, however, is that we don't want to overwhelm our customers with information. We want this to be as simple as possible to find relevant information for them, so we're going to personalize this. We want to really enhance our product launches as well, so we're going to be investing in a web event for each new beer launch. This will have the purpose of introducing our new beer and giving an overview into things like whether new equipment is required, overview of taste and texture of the beer, and brewing process and an overview of any new ingredients. However, we only want to invite the right customers. If we send out an invite to every single customer, then it might feel like a carpet bomb approach. Typically, in our history, such approach has negative effects. So again, we want to personalize this. Finally, we want our sales and marketing team to have a much closer relationship when it comes to lead nurturing. All leads in our sales tool, SAP Cloud for Customer, must be created by our marketing department with a history of what that customer has been exposed to in terms of marketing effort. However, we don't want to just download a list of names from marketing. What we want is a lead to be created in SAP C4C when they begin to show the correct buyer signals. So again, this is going to have a personalization stamp. So now I'm going to give you a solution overview of what we've prepared inside of SAP Hybris Marketing. Brewco has a website which we are showing articles on. When the user has logged in, looking at articles made by Brewco, this is recorded in Hybris in the form of an interaction. This interaction does two things. It gets stored against the contact of the user, as well as powering a recommendation model, which is suggesting to the website which articles to be shown next. If the user is looking at the right article type, then the user will be scored on this. If the score reaches a threshold score, where we have 6 here, they'll be automatically put into the segmentation model. If a new user is entered into this segmentation model, then we can send them an email, which in the email will give them instructions on how to attend a web event. When they attend the web event, we can score them based on this again. Here we have a threshold of 1. If it reaches the threshold of 1, we can then send this as a lead to SAP Cloud for Customer. Now I can show you this in the system in the form of a demo. So I'm going to pretend to be a pub owner, and I'm logging into a portal which has been given to me by Brewco. So here I have the capability to order more ingredients or view some knowledge articles which will help me get the best out of the beer I'm currently subscribed to. I have a lot of red ale that I brew, so I'm going to look at some red ale articles. I'm going to see here if there's any new insight that I can get, which will help me get the best out of my beer. So here's a new one that looks kind of interesting. As I'm looking at this article, Hybris Marketing is recording this as an interaction. So if I navigate now to Hybris Marketing, I should be able to see this interaction against my contact. So now I'm in the contact for Mike Bowell, and I can see inside the Interactions tab that an interaction has just taken place. I can see here that there is a red ale interaction that has just occurred. Now there are other things going on in Hybris as well. If I go back to the Brewco website, you can see on the right hand side that there are a series of hot picks. These are recommendations on which articles I should read next. Now this is actually being instructed by Hybris based on a recommendation model. So if I now navigate to the recommendation model which is powering this, you can see that the article titles match those that are being shown to me on the Brewco website. This is our recommendation model that we've built, and it runs off a simple top-viewed algorithm, which is just what is being viewed the most by all users. I can see here these are all of the articles which are inside of Hybris, and these descriptions match those that we're instructing our Brewco website to show on the right-hand side. Now Brewco is about to launch a new beer within the red ale category, so it would be great for them to understand who to invite to their product launch on their new web event. Now if I navigate back to the contact, I can see that there is something called scores. There is a score for red ale. I can see in the red ale score, it scored me as 6. This means that I've viewed enough red ale articles on the Brewco website to be considered of high interest in red ale. I'm probably somebody that would want to invite to their webinar. Let's have a look at how the score interacts with segmentation to process me as somebody of interest. Here I've set up a very simple segmentation model that will identify any contacts which have a red ale interest score of exactly 6 and place them in a target group. This target group will then be targeted with a campaign. So now if I navigate to the campaigns, I should be able to see that a trigger-based campaign has been set up to send me an email. Here is a trigger-based campaign that has been set up. I can already see that there's been 117 emails sent, so there's been quite a lot of activity. If I look at the automation, there's a trigger-based campaign which is being triggered when a product is viewed based on people having enough interest in our product. We'll then send them an email. If I then navigate to my email, I should see an invite to their web event. So I've received an email from Brewco inviting me to attend their webinar. Down here I can register, which will take me to their landing page where I can fill out my name and that I want to attend. The purpose of this landing page is actually multi-role. Not only am I registering the fact that I want to attend this webinar, but it's also enriching my actual contact data inside of Hybris Marketing. I can also select items of interest down here, which will again enrich my contact, and I can sign up for the webinar there. Now if I go back to Mike Bowell in the interactions, this interaction should flow back. I can see that there was an email opened and that I've registered for a webinar. Now Hybris has the ability to identify if I've attended the webinar, as it can integrate with third-party tools. So I'm just going to refresh the contact. And I can see up here that I have in fact attended the webinar in this event format. So what this will also do is this will power a score. As I can see on the webinar score, I have attended. This will again satisfy a segmentation criteria and enter me into a trigger-based campaign. The purpose of this campaign is to send the correct customers to SAP Cloud for Customer. I can see here from the automation that if they attend the webinar, they'll be created in the SAP Cloud for Customer as a lead. Now if I log into SAP Cloud for Customer, I should be able to try and find that lead. I can see inside of the sales campaign and leads that I have in fact been created as a red ale lead, as directed by Hybris Marketing. I can click into this lead and change any relevant information or follow up to an opportunity. Converting to an opportunity defaults all the relevant information. I can then save and open. Then navigate back into the campaign inside of Hybris Marketing. I can see these success metrics flowing back. If this same opportunity was then set to 1, this same success metric would flow back to Hybris Marketing. So what we have seen is an overview of SAP Hybris Marketing and Personalisation, an example case study of how Hybris Marketing can be used, and a demo of Hybris Marketing. Thanks for attending and thanks for listening.